get started. And William, if you can hear me, if you can also just give me a sense of about, I know that you guys have had a lot of schedule changes today, so if you give me a sense of about how long would be ideal, that would be great.
3 hours?
Be real.
So let's get started. And in terms of communicating questions, I just thought of a few different options. We can do whatever works for you guys. But one thing you can do is post questions on the Facebook page for this event under the discussion, the Big Liberty, Little Rock. Another thing that you can do is send it to me on Facebook, or you can have the very kind secretary text them, or if you want to call them in, that's also totally fine. But I want to talk to you today about sentimentalism. And depending on how things have been going, it might be the exactly most appropriate or least appropriate topic that I could have come up with. Sentimentalism it's not always bad. It's something that has some bad points and it has some good points. I think many of us have actually found kind of an inspiration through sentimentalism. And when I say sentimentalism, I mean attaching a value to an object or an idea, a set of principles that goes beyond just the pragmatic. In my own life, I have this it's a small ring. It's my grandfather's ring, and it's not valuable. It doesn't have any. I mean, it's not anything that I couldn't afford. Something much nicer now. My grandfather grew up in less fortunate circumstances than I did. But I keep that ring because it reminds me of the type of person that he was. It reminds me of my own connection to him. It reminds me of a lot of things, and even though the thing itself doesn't have any great value, even though the thing itself is just a token, it's important and it's beneficial. I think it keeps me going in some small way. It keeps my path going in a direction that I feel that I can be proud of. But sentimentalism can often do the opposite. It can often hold us back. It can often prevent us from making the types of changes that we want to make in our lives, or that we want to make in the country, that we want to make in politics. And I want to talk actually about one of my own experiences first with sentimentalism. I started my own business in 2001. It was a private educational business. And because of my own experience, because of my own knowledge, because of my own work ethic, it became a very successful business. By the time I was 25, I had an expensive sports car. I had all the things that I had kind of dreamed of buying. Soon in DC, my tutoring rates were the highest in the area, and it became a mark of pride. It was something that was almost like a selling point for us. That this is the best place. You can see it the best because it also costs the most. And for a long time, things were great. Then in 2008, as most of us remember, the stock market collapsed. And all of a sudden, to be the most expensive solution to a problem, instead of being a selling point, was the exact opposite. And all of a sudden, this huge incoming flow of cash was gone. I barely had enough to pay rent. A couple of months, I actually had to borrow money from my parents just to be able to pay rent, for that matter. And this transformation really forced me to a totally different way of looking at education. And it took a lot for me But gradually over time in that kind of crucible that you'll often see, that kind of crucible that comes from the pressure, from economic pressure, I made something new. So, in many ways, it represented what is the holy grail of education. The idea, the ability to have something that's a group class, so it's affordable, but also very individualized.